Good morning and welcome to Finals Day. Carissa Moore taking on Lakey Peterson here at the main break for a spot in the final with Tatiana Weston-Webb. Tati just got past Sally Fitzgibbons and we'll be waiting for the final with one of these athletes. Carissa versus Lakey's a classic on paper. Both looking for their first win of the season. I love coming into Finals Day with 6 heats until we crown our champions. But we've got 5 left. Carissa's up. Lakey had intent to get the first wave, but Carissa dominating the start. Big carve to snap off the lip. And she'll straighten out. So interesting that we kind of knew the game plan of Lakey when she was talking to her coach, Mike Parsons. Her goal was to control the start of the heat.
What was the thinking behind that? Let's have a look. See Lakey pulling back. Had she caught that wave, we're looking at quite possibly an interference straight on the get-go, but Carissa Moore just posturing and kind of psyched her out a little bit maybe and got that first wave. Maybe knowing that was Lakey's idea. Lakey looking at it and Carissa keeping an eye on Lakey. Lakey pulls back. I don't understand that, Joe. She was out there to get the inside. She did that. She let the first one go and offered Carissa that first scoring opportunity, which she took advantage of with that. Look at this turn from Carissa. This is what makes her deadly. That power, that range she has, and then the ability to combo it up with something big. A great start there from Carissa Moore underneath the watchful eye of Lakey Peterson. Wow.
What a move from Carissa Moore. Lakey on the next one here trying to catch up. Clean wrap to start. Still looks fired up. The Californian on the windup. Drills it off the top over the boils from that rock shelf. And she's right in the mix. Carissa already with a 7-1-7 on the board. And Lakey with a decent answer.
I'm not sure it'll be a 7-1-7, Joe, but it's good to just get that wave under your belt and not let Carissa get too far ahead. A bigger set wave for Lakey, but just more of a slopey first turn. That shoulder just didn't really produce an open face for her. And then she builds up that speed to come through the inside, jams it up through the lip, gets hung up just a little bit, but rides out nice and clean. Nice late drop on this occasion. It's really hard to hold your bottom turn long enough to get a lot of speed into that first maneuver, so your timing's got to be right on. Jamming it right there, waiting for that wave to stand up. You can see her just eyeing out the section down the line, keeping that speed. You've got to go into this last maneuver with a lot of speed to make it dynamic and score worthy. So Lakey gets her first wave under her belt. And as we thought, Joe, not quite the 7-1-7.
You could just tell by the way she was talking in that post-heat interview that she is fired up for a shot at the big trophy here at Margaret River. Tati with 1 win behind her at the U.S. Open, looking to make it 2 later on today. Carissa, big windup and a massive fan out the back.
Wow.
Beautiful carve down the line and looking to finish with a third move. The wave doubles up and takes down the 3-time world champion.
Maneuver of the event, I think, Joe. Let's have a look at it. Good solid set wave, times it nicely. Just drives off those fans. Beautiful maneuver from Carissa Moore. And then goes for it at the end. I mean, that was a dangerous finish to the wave right there, but commitment. This for me, though, right here, she times it nicely. She's waiting for it. She sees it starting to stand up and now reacts. Goes straight into that turn, and look at that beautiful body position. Everything working so nice right there. That was an incredible maneuver from Carissa Moore. Not many women can put that much power, that much effort into those maneuvers, make it look that good, that seamless, and then go for it at the end as well. I love the commitment to this. She kind of got hung up on that double up section and unfortunately goes down. Up into the 9s had she made that.
Lakey needs an answer. Right here, sets up her rail work. Clean front side wrap. Big section, jams it. 2 solid turns for Peterson. Big rooftop float, and she'll get the finish. Lakey digging deep to answer back. She was put in a combination spot after Carissa just dropped a 7-6 on the last wave. What happened to Lakey here?
Well, let's have a look. Lakey trying to match that opening maneuver of Carissa's. A little bit of a smaller wave, but she looks like she's carrying a lot of energy. Second maneuver, beautiful. Third maneuver, nice lip line float. A great comeback wave for Lakey Peterson. That's going to be her best wave, I think, Joe. Didn't really connect with that opening turn, so she needed to crank it up, which she did on that second maneuver. And then right here, that is a beautiful finish to that wave. I like the fact Lakey's not wasting too much time. She's right back in the mix, keeps answering to Carissa's waves. Even though she might not be getting the scores up into Carissa's wheelhouse, she's coming back at it every exchange. You know, not just sitting there waiting for something that may not come through. Beautiful finish to this wave. I love that tail tapping drop. And the body language tells me she liked that wave as well, Joe.
So that'll keep this very close because Lakey ripped all three maneuvers on a smaller wave and had to perform on all three to even get close to Carissa's last performance. Waiting for the numbers. We'll watch Lakey lock in. And she'll stumble in transition. When she comes up, though, she'll be happy to hear her last score, 7-6. Has the tie for the best score of the heat with Carissa Moore.
When she caught that wave, all that ripple was still left on the face, and she caught that rail coming off the bottom. Really hard to negotiate. Here she goes again. She's looking at another one. Looks nice.
Good man, Strider. Peterson looking for a 7-1-7 for the lead. Hard off the bottom and really hard through the lip. Jams down the line and crushes a big section. Looking for a third move. She'll float the finish once again. And this time a little bit more of a canvas to work with than her 7.6.
And again, underneath the priority of Carissa Moore, Carissa not keeping a close eye on Lakey, and Lakey having that freedom to roam. Beautiful wave here. Hits the reef nicely in that first turn, really hooking into that first maneuver. A little bit more conviction, and again, the second turn even better. And then finishing. Maybe not as nice a finish as her 7.6, but the first two turns, in my eyes, way better. Big snap in the pocket, throwing a lot of spray out the back. And then the second maneuver, again, getting that wrap with a bit of a slide, so mixing it up, showing that variety. Combination of major maneuvers, all done with that speed, power, and flow the judges are looking for. First turn, kind of maybe got a little bit hung up, Joe, now that you look at it in slow-mo, but still, you know, I like the commitment she showed on that. And then the second turn, connecting better, a lot cleaner, a lot smoother, and then finished off. That's another good score for Lakey, just about to be dropped. I mean, she needs a 7.17, and in my eyes, that's better than her last ride at the 7.6.
Well, a couple of judges agree with you too, Potts, having Carissa's just favorite. A few judges, though, with Lakey, but averaging out exact same. Rolling in out the back is Carissa Moore, needing an 8.10. Big hack off the lip. Starting to run down the line. She has the speed, just needs a section. Bottom turns into a layback re-entry.
Carissa's wave, let's have a look at that first. Using her priority, and again, that first maneuver. Bit of a snap, sort of slide maneuver, and then a kind of bit of downtime right here, which I think is going to hurt the score, but there's that layback snap that not many women are doing over that shallow ledge. Double pump bottom turn. Cut that one a little bit short. Got a nice little drift on it. Just showing the judges something different. This wave kind of ran away, and that's the reason why she did cut that turn short, but didn't really offer any scoring potential till right to the end here. And gets a little bit of release there, so critical now that you look at it. There's a lot of lump and bump through that inside, and that board literally coming out of the water, so.
And now Lakey setting up her first turn. Driving hard into the pocket with that forehand snap. Second turn, a solid top turn wrap. Into her third, she'll just trim it over the top and fade that inside. And hop out of there. So what an exchange. Lakey seems to know which waves will really allow her to get multiple majors down the line.
And then Lakey's wave, snapped up through the lip. 7.6 is what she's got to better, and I think she's well and truly on her way to doing that. Big snap there from Lakey again. So, as you said, Joe, finding those little gems, finding those ones that hit the reef nicely and just allowing her multiple scoring opportunities. First turn through the lip. Nice big snap in the pocket. Looked a lot better, a lot more confident on that. A nice deep bottom turn again, which really lets her unleash and open those shoulders on maneuver number 2. Throwing a lot of spray, a lot more commitment to that turn than before, Joe. And then comes through the inside and finishes strong. Wow, what a heat.
Such a cool battle, Lakey and Carissa. Carissa fighting for the Jeep Leaders jersey. Didn't match those results this year, so her world title campaign is going to be in a different approach. Solid one, setting up for Carissa. Big drop, hard off the bottom. There's that huge top turn. Wrist now setting up the second turn. Clean off the top again. Able to hit it vertically and controls the finishing move.
See how this one falls in. Again, a bigger set wave, and Carissa, she loves these kind of situations where she needs a big score. It's almost like she waits for her opponent to drop a big score and then comes right back at her and finishing off, just hanging on to that last turn. But I think this first maneuver here, Joe, again, that deep bottom turn and opening those shoulders, holding that rail through a tricky situation. Combination of turns, keeping that rail nice and clean through that maneuver. And then straight up through the lip on the last turn. Didn't quite maybe get as high as she'd liked on that last section, but a good wave nonetheless, needing an 8.37, Joe.
Lakey looking to answer. Hard off the bottom and straight out the back. Moore looking for an 8.37 for the lead. Lakey with 7 wins over Carissa, and Carissa with 6 wins. So Lakey actually favored by 1 heat in their history in one-on-one matchups. Carissa looks like she wants this one. Lakey will take it with priority. Super deep on the takeoff, sets that first carve. And wave didn't really shape up on the inside. Thank you, Strider. We're watching the cell here. Carissa looked like she was really amped up for this wave pots.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and then obviously that first turn, I thought, okay, she's on her way to a good wave, but you can see there's a bit of a crease, there's a bit of a side swell that kind of broke that wave into 2 pieces, unfortunately for Lakey Peterson.
This was Carissa's last.
Yeah, Carissa needing a big score to get herself into that first spot, and utilizing priority first turn. Second turn, nice, just not really connecting, and then deciding to kick out of that. I mean, good sets approaching Lakey with priority, and this is going to be some nervous moments right now. The set is going to get here in time. Carissa having a look at the first wave.
And she'll commit to this one, needing a 7.77. Moore getting down the line. Frontside hack off the top. Forced to fade it real quick. Waves trimming in size, but she'll throw that little layback jam. Not a whole lot of wave to work with into the final minute.
It's not going to be enough, Joe, and looks like Lakey's just, this is a bit of a victory lap for her.
15 seconds to go.
Great surfing from the California.
Lakey Peterson putting together a solid performance here at Margaret River, and she'll just crush that end section to celebrate a victory into the final with Tatiana Weston-Webb. Picks up another great win off Carissa Moore. All of their heats, they have massive numbers. It's a 15.97 total for Peterson to take out a former event champion, Carissa Moore.